Shalom, y'all. It's Kasamak Ban Yashirala.
And Tiffany.
And we're back again with another episode of
Couch Conversations.
On today's conversation, I was thinking about a movie we recently watched. It's fairly new. Maybe you've seen it. It's called Mercy. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's pretty good. But the premise of this movie is there's a lot of AI. And matter of fact, the judicial system is moving towards AI, and the judge is AI. And a cop is framed for murder, and he has 90 minutes to prove his innocence using computers, and but he's trapped in a chair. He can't move, but he's got to use whatever resources he can. But the point I'm getting to for today's conversation is, with AI starting to become more and more regular part of our lives, should there be governances, and if so, to what degree? Because we're getting to the place where a lot of movies have, the ultimate prediction is AI takes over because they get smarter, they know more than us. iRobot, Terminator, myriad of others. But the one I thought about recently was this Mercy. So AI, should we be careful about how much interaction we give it? Or are the movies kind of phony baloney? We're not worried about it taking over.
That's a tricky one.
It's a tricky one.
That's a tricky one. Because for me, yes, I agree that some AI or some technology is very helpful and needed.
Mm-hmm.
Governing my life and taking over my life, no. I mean, honestly, I just got the first updated phone in 20 years that was like a current version of a phone. I typically don't care.
Mm-hmm.
So technology should never rule your life. Help in small instances, yes. Should there be rules, regulations, and restrictions on it? Yes. Because I think there's a little truth in all those little movies. They put some truth nuggets in there, and it may have the capability to replace us. So, yeah, it should be restricted and governed.
So typically I try to take the opposite end, but on this one I have to agree. Up until the part of replace us, I don't believe AI could ever replace an actual human being, even with animatronic androids, and I know they make the silicone dolls all realistic, and you put a computer in them and you can have the whole thing or whatever. But you can't. You'll never be able to mimic a soul, a true living soul. But with that being said, I agree that too much reliance, and I get it. We're old. We're older. Okay, I get it. We're older. It's fine. And younger people are going to be way more comfortable for the most part with, partnering with all these technologies, which a lot of them are helpful and can be, useful and good. And I'm not saying that it's, when I was growing up, people above me, old heads, or I would call them, it was almost like they were all or nothing. Like they didn't want none of the new stuff because it was all the old stuff was better. And I'm like, well, not all the old stuff is better. So now that I'm in that part of my life, I can acknowledge that, some of the new stuff is better. Like progress is good, but we do have to be careful of how much reliance we do put on it. For me personally, I'm not going to have a whole lot of AI and things in my home. I once had the thermostat, the electronic thermostat. You could hook it up to your phone and you could control the temperature, and that was really cool. And then I thought, if that thing got out of control, it could want to freeze me out, or too much heat, or I get it. That's silly. Mm-hmm. It's an extreme case, but I just think that there is prudence in being precautionary when it comes to how much infiltration a person might allow with AI into their home. So not much of a debate, but more of a conversation, because it's called Couch
Couch
conversations.
conversations.
That was on the fly. You probably could tell a little bit, but she caught it though. She
A little
caught it.
bit.
Yeah,
I was picking up what you're putting down.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, too much reliance, you know. And then you think a lot of these movies talk about AI having consciousness. So what happens if AI begins to think that it knows what's better for us than we know for ourselves? That's the part where I feel that AI will think it can replace us because it thinks it knows better than we do.
Correct.
So
yeah, and that's probably the plot of one of my favorite movies. Actually, one of my favorite Will Smith movies, I, Robot, was actually a really good movie, and that's where the AI went. It figured that it knew better than humans. And the problem is humans are so destructive. We're so hateful and violent that it said, we need to kill all y'all or the majority of y'all. And because then we will have the peace that some people actually do want. And that could be a problem. So, but I tell you what, we're not too far off. I mean, we went to San Francisco a couple years back for our honeymoon. And that was the first time we seen the self-driving where she almost died walking up them hills.
Yes.
She not much for exercise, but it's okay. But yeah, we seen those self-driving cars. And I mean, we were amazed. I was like, what? Didn't realize it was happening. I haven't taken a ride in one yet, but I'm going to. I will try it. Never on the freeway. Like the Matrix says, don't get on the freeway.
Not I, said the brown cow.
But
won't do it.
You know, maybe a little quarter mile or just around a couple blocks just to see how it works. You're never getting up more than 30 miles an hour. I would try that just to see how that works. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. But you think about all the electric cars. The Teslas.
I don't trust them either.
And all the different brands, the Genesis and. Even like Mercedes and BMW, they have their electric versions. Yeah, that's a lot of.
It's a lot of trust.
It's a lot of electronics.
Yeah,
it's a lot of electronics. So, what say you in the comment section?
Let us know.
Yeah,
I'll let us.
You want to put a cap on some of that AI, especially for you, those of you that maybe use it a lot or have a lot of it. What's your take on it? That'd be interesting to see how you feel about. You have the a thermostat and. You got Alexa or Google, and you can talk to it, and
the whole smart house.
The whole smart house with the lights and everything. Because here's the thing, and this is real. There are real people that are now dating AI, like personalities. It's it's online. It's a real thing. Like they talk to it. And it gets to know them, and it's crazy. And people say that they're great listeners. Obviously, they're not distracted, and especially for people that maybe that physical thing is not high in their priority list. This is the greatest thing. So
my face said it.
I don't think
my face said it.
That's real.
I'm gonna just okay.
That's real. So what say you in the comment section? And we'll see you next time on
Couch Conversations.
Yeah. That's my sign off now. I'm doing it every time. Yeah.
Such a cornball.
It is corny, but I do like it.